The weather might be frightful, but that's not going to stop me.
Let's go to the Eiffel Tower.
Even in the rain, the Eiffel Tower is always a must-see in Paris. Welcome to my perfect weekend in Paris, which begins at the city's most famous and most recognizable landmark. The Eiffel Tower was built for the 1889 World's Fair. It was only meant to be a temporary exhibit, but now, over 100 years later, it is the symbol for Paris. The upper platforms offer great views of the city, and there are also some surprises at the top.
This really feels like we're walking up in the clouds. We're up here at 280 meters above ground, so this is not a place for people afraid of heights. However, if you do come up here and the weather is bad, it doesn't really matter because it's still worth a photo. Okay. Well, here's a little gem at the very top of the Eiffel Tower, Gustave Eiffel's office. Now, there's Gustave Eiffel sitting on the right, and he erected this office to entertain special guests. And here he's sitting with the American inventor Thomas Edison. Continuing on my tour, I get ready for another classic. A ride in an original deux chevaux. Guide Alex Ringuet picks me up for a city tour. One of the best ways to get around is by car. And if you want it a really original way, then try it what they call a duck or deux chevaux. It's 2 horsepower. And Alex here is going to show me some of the main sights. Alex, you're going to show me the highlights? What's included?
Well, we're going to go to see the Louvre, and then Notre-Dame de Paris.
Ah, the Louvre.
With its famous pyramid. We also pass by the fire-damaged cathedral, Notre Dame. And of course, we make our way around the iconic Arc de Triomphe. Well, what I'm noticing is more of the crazy traffic. There are no traffic lights. You really have to be careful of how you get through.
Are you nervous, Megan?
I'm a little nervous in
But
this.
don't worry, I am a safe and sound driver. So it's crazy, but I like it.
Alex then insists that I try one of France's specialties.
Time for a snack.
Oysters.
So Megan, I will tell you how it's done. You just put that on the oysters. It's a bit moving, so it's alive. And then you remove the oyster from the shell, and then you swallow it. And it's very tasty.
It tastes like the ocean.
Oysters are my culinary tip for Paris. At night, Paris's boulevards are bathed in light.
My driving tour has come to an end, so I'm going to slow it down a bit now and take a stroll along the Champs-Élysées to enjoy the beautiful Christmas lights.
Oh, Champs-Élysées. Oh, Champs-Élysées.
In the evening, I head out for some entertainment. A special thing to do in the evening is go to cabaret, and I am at one of the oldest cabaret theaters in Paris, the Paradis Latin. There are shows here every evening. Guests can enjoy champagne or dinner with the entertainment. And sometimes there is a chance for audience participation. Cabaret is my special tip for a perfect weekend. My second day in Paris begins where famous designers have their boutiques, on the Avenue Montaigne. Nearby is a museum dedicated to a fashion icon.
Paris and fashion go hand in hand. We're about to get a glimpse into one of the biggest names in haute couture.
This is the fashion house where Yves Saint Laurent designed for almost 30 years from 1974 onwards. The highlight is the master's studio. Museum director Olivier Flaviano tells me a little bit about the creative process behind Saint Laurent's designs.
So, Olivier, we're in the heart
of the house, Yves Saint Laurent's studio. It's like he just stepped out for a moment and will be coming back.
Yeah, that's true. What we're trying to do in this museum.
What can visitors learn about the process of his work?
What they can learn is that Yves Saint Laurent always started his collections with sketches, like these sketches. Those sketches were given to the workshops. From that sketch, the workshops create a toile, which is sort of mock-up of the garment to be approved by Saint Laurent. And from that toile, he would choose the fabrics to create the dress as it will be presented on the catwalk.
I think I go well with these designs. Clear lines borrowing from men's fashion was Saint Laurent's hallmark, with a few exceptions. Now, that is what I call a wedding dress. One of many designs that certainly stand out. The Yves Saint Laurent Museum is my culture tip. Christmas shopping is in full swing on the Boulevard Haussmann, where the big department stores are competing for the most beautiful windows. Paris's Christmas windows are a big tradition in the city and a huge tourist attraction. I head into the Galeries Lafayette for more Christmas cheer. The Galeries Lafayette is famous for its Christmas decorations and its Christmas tree. This year's theme are bees in beehives. Macaron cookies are also a must on the list of things to try. Wow, my favorite, sweets. How about chocolate? Chocolate. There are also some unusual combinations.
Rose with lychee and raspberry.
Ooh la la. Merci. The rooftop terrace is a place for visitors to go for a bit of physical activity. Now, one of the fun things you can do here on the rooftop of the Galeries Lafayette is ice skating. Now, I have not been on the ice since I was a kid. I'm a little nervous. Here we go. It's harder than I remember. This railing is my best friend. At least I manage not to fall, and I can still enjoy the views over the city. Finally, in the evening, I decide to take a scenic boat ride. The River Seine winds through Paris for about 13 kilometers, with 37 bridges in all. My feet are certainly tired from all the sightseeing and walking that I've done, so I decided to hop on a boat on the Seine to get another overview of the city at night on the water. Even in the cold of December, Paris and its charms still leave me with a cozy and a romantic feeling. And this wraps up my perfect weekend in Paris. But join me again as I explore more exciting European destinations. And until then, it's happy travel.